This video will demonstrate how to assemble any and all of our press-fit acrylic cases. We will be using a Pokemon booster box in this video to demonstrate how the assembly process plays out. This case requires no glue, but if you want to apply glue, you are free to do so. It only strengthens the case. I should mention that not all products will come with blue film. It just depends on where the batch of acrylic has come from. If yours is brown, yellow, or any other color, do not worry. You still have the same product underneath. This video has been done in real time to show that even experienced case builders like myself, who have done over 100 cases, can still run into little problems. It's normal. Just take your time and it will all work out. One thing to always keep in mind when assembling is to work with the pieces on a flat surface. It just makes things easier and helps ensure everything is squared up properly. The first thing you should do once you have taken everything out of the packaging is inspect all the pieces for any damage. While we try our best to ensure safe delivery, it is just not a guarantee. Next, you should lay out the pieces. Make sure you have 6 pieces total, 3 different types of pieces. The top, the bottom, which are the same, the 2 side walls, which are also the same, and the front and back, which you guessed it, are also the same. The next thing that you should do, which I will not be doing in this video, as the blue film helps for visual purposes, is remove the protective film from each piece. Before you begin assembly, it is important to note that each piece has a very small dot or pip in one of the corners and on one of the sides of each piece of acrylic. Those dots, as well as the logo, should always face inwards. Another way to know which side faces inwards is if you look down any edge, you will notice all edges are sloped inwards. You want to make sure that the higher edge faces outwards on the case. When beginning the assembly, I recommend starting with the bottom and a sidewall. The fit is relatively tight, so the sidewall should stay up on its own. Then from there, grab a front or back piece, which will now form a corner. From there, grab the second sidewall, and lastly, the second front or back piece. After all these are in place, you may need to press each corner to ensure all tabs have properly locked together. A point to note here is that even though all the pieces are together, sometimes the tabs may have little spaces in them. So take a moment, spin the case, press it tight at the corners, and make sure everything is snug. This will help to ensure the lid goes on properly and doesn't cause any issues. I would also like to note that if one piece is not put on properly, the top will not connect. So don't force it, maybe pull the pieces apart and try the steps again. Once the 5 walls are together, place your product into the case and finish it off by placing the lid on top. You will notice that I did not have the dot facing inwards on the lid, and while it will fit, it requires a lot more force, which can cause the acrylic to crack in some situations. So instead, I find the dot, flip the lid, and it locks in with relative ease. That your case is assembled, we encourage you to take photos, post them on social media, and tag us. We would love to see your collection and would be happy to share your photos with our growing community. Thank you for the support.